Well, Christ, that was a lot. Hey, gang. How you doing? I'm gonna be standing back here for the whole goddamn day. How are you? Hi. Hello. Look at me. I'm standing. When was the last time I fucking stood? You ever seen me stand before? You ever seen my legs before? I got legs. Did you know that? Did you know I had legs? I have legs. Terrible, I know. What the fuck is that? What? Oh. It's, my music stand. Wonderful. We love that for me. I totally didn't realize that's what that was. I also seem to have deleted my fucking piano, my fucking tuner at some point. So that's great. So, my roommate apparently is stupid. Fuck. Anyway, if you were wondering what that music was, it was a random copyright-free thing that I found on YouTube. Here's hoping it's actually copyright-free, because I've run into that problem before, which makes the email I got from Twitch saying, hey, we'll take down your DMCA will take down your shit. So just be careful, because the DMCA is, like, losing their shit right now. And I'm sitting here like, I've literally had my, when I posted my VOD to YouTube, have been copyright claimed for for having the music of the game on. Like, I was playing a Star Wars game, and it got copyright claimed because it was a Star Wars music from the game. And I've also run into things where literally someone copyrighted their version of, like, their output version of, like, music from the 1800s. Like, I was playing classical music during a stream, and half of it was copyrighted because people can apparently, or at least send copyright claims for music that they, like, performed that, you know, they didn't write. Like, you can't own Mozart! Why am I getting copyright claim for Mozart? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, speaking of that, I'm gonna play some violin. I haven't played violin in, like, oh god, since, no, it's over a year. It has to have been since, like, before Corona. So, over a year now. Which you can tell. You wanna listen to this shit? Hold on. That's a G. That's a D. The D's actually fine. A's close. Ow. Vaughn, do you hear this, G? Vaughn, come listen to my G string. Vaughn's not paying attention to me. Just... What? God, that's bad. Okay. I've also apparently deleted my tuning app because I refuse to learn how to tune by ear. I don't have an ear. I have no ears.
We needed a new home.
Oh my god, ads! My tuner has ads. Fuck. I always forget where my fucking G tuner is. It gives me an ad for every fucking thing. This is a shitty tuner, and I am going to be replacing it. I've missed my old tuner. I miss it. That's bad. I've made things worse. That's so much worse. It's just a little bit off. That's an A. That's why. I have to fucking tap the goddamn note. I have to tap the fucking note. It's actually not that bad besides the G string, which always gives me problems. Let me be in frame here. God. Fucking... Oh my god! That's in tune, apparently. Okay, hold on. Let me try this with my actual fucking bow. Look at that shit. Can you tell I haven't used this in a year? Look how loose this is. You can see the hairs. I mean, you can't, but you can kind of see the hairs splitting. Let me... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I hate myself, actually. I'm gonna go kill myself. Thank you! Thank you for watching my stream. I'm gonna die now. I don't have my, neck thing on yet, so hold on. Let's E's in tune. A's in tune. That's what I fucking thought. That's in tune. And thank you for the returning stream, Badger. Stream subscription. That's what I meant. Thank you. I swear to God, I don't know why my fucking G stream is constantly like this. Ah, that hurts. What does your crop top say? It's actually not a crop top. It's a very femininely cut shirt that I have tied because I hated that it was femininely cut, and it says "Come to the dark side," and there's a little Darth Vader in the D. Darth Vader D, because that's what everyone needs. Oh my God! If my phone doesn't stop doing that. Oh my God! Will you make up your mind? Darth D, you underestimate my power. Thank you for the host! I appreciate it! That's pretty in tune, I think. Just... Ah! Are we sure that... Like, I'm pretty sure this D is in tune. Ugh. Ew! I'm so upset! That's close enough. Fuck that shit. I'm fucking hate tuning. Tuning has always been the bane of my goddamn existence. Every time I have to tune something, I'm just like, I think I'd rather die. Thank you. Do you know how long it's been since I put this thing under my neck? It's been a really long time. Which is sad, because technically this is custom made. Like, I was renting my violin for years, from this guy in my local hometown. Old Italian violin maker, like, literally makes violins, old Italian man, because we had a very Italian, population at the time. So, I rented it from him from 4th grade until, like, junior year of high school. In my junior year of high school, he goes and he tells I needed a full-size violin, finally. It only took me until junior year of high school. I was very small. So he looked at my dad and went, you know, you can just buy him one now. And, like, it'd fit. It'd be fine. And my dad went, what? So my dad bought me a violin, and the guy custom made it for me for just the price of just buying one off of him. And at a discount, too, because we've been renting with him for so long. So technically, this is a custom-made piece that I got just because the guy liked me. And I haven't played it in over a year, and I feel so bad constantly. My hair's in the goddamn way. And it's because, like, I got distracted, so, like, my brain is just, like, not there, like... It's been a really long time, so I'm about to be shit. Custom violin. I think I'd rather die. Yeah, right? Like, I'm constantly... If you get attacked by a violin, you have a violent violin. I mean, yeah, that tracks, I guess. I'm stepping on something. What am I stepping on? I'm stepping on cat litter. I'm always fucking stepping on cat litter. This is bullshit! Alright. I guess the best thing to do would be to bring out some of my exercises first. I had a violin tutor, like a grad student violin tutor, for a while. As a, when I was in college, I did one semester with her, and then I forgot. Wow, this is some blatant boobage. Better than stepping on a Lego. Is it though? Because it's a pellet. I get those pellets instead of, the other thing. Anyway, it's been like a year, over a year. It's been over a year, so like it says in the title, please don't be mean to me. It's been a really long time since I picked one of these up. So hold on. Oh my god, holding a fucking bow is always like the bane of my existence. Like, where the fuck does my thumb go? Okay, we're gonna do this. I just gotta focus on, like... Oh god, that's not right. G. So now I can. And that's just about opening my thumb. So now I'm gonna get into, I think, what is this in? This is fucking, this is the first position. Ah, that's bad. That's so bad. That is the worst. I hate myself, actually. Thanks, Badger. I'm glad someone has my back. This is really bad. We should probably just start with some scales, right? Just like... I can't get the bow right! Really good at this. I mean, I was okay, but like, I ended up becoming first chair of second violin, but that was because there was literally no one else. That's a lie. There was one person. Start with scales. Pet dragon? Yes, this is my pet dragon. Its name is D major. So now we're just gonna... You know, I should warm up more, but you know what I'm not gonna do? That. Boring. Warming up is boring and for losers. Obviously, that's why I never put to it. And that's why my violin sucks. I'm aware I should be warming up. I am aware of this fact. Am I going to? No! Fuck that! It's boring and it takes forever. I'm obviously gonna skip straight into the fucking, not quite fiddle, but fiddle piece that keeps killing me inside! I'm borrowing my roommate's stand because I can't find the top half of mine. Mine's one of those ones that fold. It's my mother's, and I can't find the other half, which I told her I wouldn't lose. It's not great. I'm not doing great out here. Technically, I should also be using a metronome. Do you know what I'm not gonna fucking do? Use a fucking metronome! DJ Amir, nice to meet him. They have a lovely voice when you stroke their belly. T major? Nice, that's actually pretty good. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is gonna be a no view, nothing stream, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh my god, I can't even stay on the fucking thing! Who am I? Why did I do this? You know, there are some people in the music category with wonderful amounts of talent and a wonderful amount of time to put into their art. And then there's me. Who can't even fucking do a proper D chord. Ah! It's been so long. Okay, hold on. Fuck. That was shit. That was absolute garbage. Oh my god. Christ on a fucking stick, man. That was... Did you hear what I was trying... Did you hear my fucking E's? Hold on. Let me try that again. Just... What? What the fuck? Oh my god. Senior year of high school me hates me right now. Sorry, freshman year of college me hates me right now. Do you know how good I got in freshman year of college? Do you hear me now? Oh my god, I sound like a fucking amateur. I mean, I am, but Jesus. Thank you for the gift on... Thank you for the gift sub to Christ on a stick. More like Christ on a bow. Am I right? I'm gonna fucking fling myself into the sun. Oh my god, more gift subs. LGBTQ is beautiful. Oh yeah, happy fucking Pride, bitches! Everybody give me $1. I'm kidding. I am kidding. Please don't. But like, my chair's here. I'm just sitting here like, I think I'd rather fling myself into the sun than be this bad. I keep seeing people popping into this and being like, that sucks, and then leaving. Like, I keep seeing my viewer count go up by 1, and then that person just knocking out, and Only Badger is here for me. Only Badger is here to help me be awful at this. Happy Pride! Happy Pride! Let's try this again. I'm just gonna go over the same beat every once in a while. Hold on. That is pretty nice. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I heard they updated the emote so it has the right flag and not the lipstick flag or something like that. Technically that's still the lipstick flag. It's just missing the lipstick thing. The lipstick flag, the colors behind it is the correct one. I don't know. There's discourse about it, but that discourse has been going for 10 years and most lesbians just use that flag. A lot of times lesbian discourse is like manufactured shit from like a part of the internet. And like, there's more important things going on, you know? Oop. Ah! Orchestra posture in. Fuck. Nope. The G string, because like my hand, when you're playing violin, right, your hand is here. By the way, my fucking bow is in the wrong place again. It's supposed to fucking, goddamn, that, and then with you're also supposed to be able to just hold this in your neck, and not choke yourself like I do. That's someone's kink, right? Never mind. But you just lean on that, and then you put your hand here, and you gotta keep your elbow here. But when you want to get to the G string, you have to move your elbow out so you can reach. Oh my god, my fucking bow hand! And there's one thing I always forget to do, which was the first thing that I was doing, which is like opening my thumb. because I've constantly, like, it back up again. I also gotta remember to stretch when I do this because I've lost my orchestra muscles. My fucking must orchestra. I don't know. Christ. Just like Christ on a stick, you know? It kind of makes me sad. Do you know what I mean? When I see the state of what I've become, and I know that, like, half of it is through, thank you for the hydrate. I am aware of the fact that it's like this because I haven't practiced in over a year. And before that, I wasn't practicing very often. Is that Princess Leia in the background? Oh, yeah. That's, I think I've shown you guys this before. It's my Elite series. Princess Leia. There's, Jen Erso right under her. Not Padme. Rey is here with, Carol on top of her for some reason. And then Luke, and there's a tiny little Han there. But I have a collection of, Elite series for the women and Black series for the dudes. Thank you for the hydrate. It's just like, I know that the reason it's like this is because I haven't practiced in over a year. And before that, I wasn't practicing that often. But at the same time, it's so frustrating to come back to something that you used to be able to do easily. And now, it like, you can hear how bad it is. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to take a break from this piece. I'm trying to showcase a little bit of what I've actually got on hand today. And then, like, at some point, I will do, like, things. Speaking of Star Wars, though, I have 2 different Star Wars sheet music books. I got this one for Christmas one year, and I got this one for Christmas a different year. People just constantly handing me this stuff. So the one that I learned really well, that's probably going to sound like absolute dog shit now, is May the Force Be With You. And again, should be using a metronome, should be going back over things as I go, but for now, I'm just playing the play, and then I will do more in-depth practice where I go over things again, another stream, because I just don't have the energy. Star Wars music. Yes, I've got a lot of Star Wars music. So much Star Wars music, dude. So, may the Force be with you. Until they don't get fucking copyright claimed. practice makes me sad. And I know if I practice more, it wouldn't make me sad, but now I'm sad! Anyway, moving on, because I refuse to do something for more than 10 minutes, and by 10 minutes, I mean 5 seconds. I swear, we're gonna transition to, just chatting, real quick. Nope. Fuck that. I don't need to do violin to be sad, so by all means, keep playing. Jesus, man. Yeah, but it makes me feel sad. I'm sad now. I feel like shit. What's at the back of this? Fuck this. Fuck violin. Fuck it. I feel sad. We're transitioning to just chatting. God, that did not last long. Come in.
You said you were sad. Do you want a hug?
That'd be great, actually.
Come hither.
I'm so bad at violin, Nelby.
I know. I'm also shit garbage at cello.
We can be shit garbage together.
Yeah, nobody will ever hear me play again, though.
I mean, I might. I live here.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
So you're just never gonna play again?
Not where anyone with ears is nearby.
That's so fucking fair. The fact that I'm doing this on stream, like, is stupid. Well, let me turn this back on. Make that a little bit. Ooh. Nice. One thing I learned from my theater group in high school is, like, as long as the audience does not know something is going wrong, everything is going right. Yes, I am aware of this, but I know it's wrong! Let's move on, because I can't do this. I thought I could do it on stream. I can't. It's just too sad. It's like, it's one thing when it's just me, you know? Let me change my stuff. Casablanca's here for some reason. I did not let him in. I think my roommate did. You've let my cat in, dude. Why is my category still Legend of Zelda? I swear to God I changed it. Violin made me sad. And then we're gonna move to just chatting. Go. Done. Stream update. Stream update infoed. Info streamed update? I don't fucking know. Man. There's like something about putting your hobbies out there. On one hand, I don't think I would have gotten to violin at all if I hadn't made the thing to stream it. On the other hand, why the fuck does it look so dark? Hold on. I cannot get the lighting right in anywhere I live. I don't know what's going on. Man, that's annoying. Hold on. I like that. That makes me look vampiric. I'm a fan of that. Vaughn, come look how this makes me look. Stop cooking and come be my guinea pig. Hey, not guinea pig, validation. Ah! Look how vampiric I look.
Good for you.
I'm in Twilight now.
Me.
No! Those are my own fucking thingies!
tweezers.
I was also gonna say tweezers! I had to stop myself!
Same brain. Same brain.
Same Bane? Were you born in the darkness?
Man, you're gonna make me cry. On live television.
Television!
I said what the fuck I said.
You don't sparkle, you're just cool. Thank you, I appreciate it. God, you know something? You know you're lazy when you're not even going to take the T-ball out of the tea? V wasn't born in the darkness, they merely adopted it! Vaughn, my chat is making fun of you!
God damn it.
Wow, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, but yeah, no, there's something about putting your hobbies out there, especially something like that, which I used to be good at. I used to, like, go to competitions and shit. Like, not as much as other people did that I knew, but, like, still. And, like, it was a big part of my life through all of high school. And then, like, at some point it just stopped. And I kind of need to retrain myself entirely, which is an opportunity because it means I can pivot from, you know, classical violin training, which is what I have, to, like, fiddle training instead, which is more entertaining to me, in a way. And that way I'd have, like, a little bit of both. But, like, at the same time, you can hear yourself after you haven't done it for a while, and you're just like, that's bad. That's really bad. So you, like, try to make things better, and then they don't get better, and you're just like, ah! So, like, on one hand, I don't think I would have gotten around to practicing violin if I hadn't tried to do it on stream. But basically, what needs to happen now is I need to set myself the reason that I practiced so much in high school, and the reason I practiced so much, I didn't even practice really, but I was constantly doing it because I was in a violin class. I was in orchestra every fucking other day. So, like, I would be in choir one day and then violin the next. So, like, I was just constantly doing music. Same thing in 8th grade. I would go, like, every other day after school down to the violin room, down to the orchestra room, and we would do orchestra for, like, a while. Or I would go out of class and do it every Tuesday or something like that. So even though I didn't practice at home necessarily, I was still getting constant practice because I was in class doing it. And when I was in my first semester of freshman year, I was paying, technically, to have like a deadline. And it was a solo class. It was just me and my instructor. So, who was very nice, by the way. And helped me a lot because it turned out that a lot of what I had learned, because I had only been in a class for so long and no one had given me one-on-one instruction, was wrong, and no one bothered to tell me until, like, freshman year. So I had to unlearn a lot of things and relearn them, and that was actually really helpful. But then I didn't take that class the next semester because I didn't want to spend the $275 and I couldn't fit it into my schedule. Chatty bomb bomb. Fuck! So I had to relearn, and then I just, once I'd stopped having to take a class for it, it fell off the bandwagon, because I was spending so much time on other things. I was doing game design. I was doing game design, and I was picking up other hobbies like Dungeons and Dragons, and I just couldn't find the time or motivation to play violin anymore. Which had always been a problem for me. If I don't have something pushing me to do a hobby that I only vaguely enjoy, it's not gonna get done. And the thing is, I like being able to... I'm not sure if I like playing the violin or if I like being able to tell people I play the violin. You know what I mean? But that's wrong, because when I'm in a spot where I play, like, just enough to be good to my own ears, and then practicing is actually enjoyable because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. That's why I took violin for like 8 years. You know, like from 4th to I guess college, I took violin, and technically I have been able to say I can play violin since I must have been 8. I was 8, and I'm 22 now. So, 16 years? I'm slightly similar in that way. If I'm not totally hyped or need to do something, I'm not doing it. Yeah, if I'm not hyper fixated on it, it's not gonna happen with my hobbies. So like technically, for a long time, once I got past the course that I was started streaming for, which is weird that I can say that. Like, I started live streaming for a class, and now I'm here. For a brief moment, even though I'd made affiliate by that point, I wasn't making really any money. I still don't really make any money now, but, like, I make enough now where I have an obligation to do this. But it doesn't feel like an obligation. It still feels like a hobby to me, even though it's technically a job, because I genuinely enjoy doing it, and it makes me happy. Violin doesn't do that for me anymore like it used to when I was a kid, so it doesn't do it. But at the same time, I own a custom-made violin that's just been sitting under my bed for, like, years. I had drum lessons when I was younger. At one point, I practiced less. I'm going to turn this down now, because I'm peaking. At one point, I practiced less, which made me worse, which made me practice less. Yeah, it's a cycle. When you learn an instrument, especially when you're a kid, and you get really into it, and people praise you about it constantly, once you stop practicing after a bit, for whatever reason, you lose interest, you don't have an obligation for it anymore, etc., etc., and then once you lose that interest and stop practicing, you get worse. And once you get worse, when you try to practice again, you can hear how bad you've gotten, and it makes you depressed, and then you don't practice again because it makes you sad, and over and over and over and over again until you haven't practiced since like January before Corona, and you try to practice on stream just to get yourself back into the habit, and it just makes you sad. But at the same time, now that I've gotten it, now that I've heard myself, and now that I am aware of this, I can make a plan. And now that I'm like, I have a specific job. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have a job, and I have consistent hours, and I have time in my life. I can set a block of time out of my day, and, like, do it. And what I can do is, instead of, ooh, that's a good idea, actually. I'm coming up with this idea right now. What I can do is, you know those, like, person learned violin in a year videos? I think it might be interesting to do a relearning violin video that would take me a while, and just record my sessions. I think instead of, I probably should start with half an hour a week, and then try to bump it up later, because if I try to do it more than that, I would hurt myself by trying to get into it too fast. So even though that's technically not enough, it would still be helpful just to get me back into the swing of it. Half an hour a week. Maybe, let's say, Wednesdays I usually, I go from one job to the other, and then I come home and do this. Would probably be smart, because then it's still, like, it's basically homework at that point. And if I have to record myself for this video, then that gives me an obligation to do it. And I just need one more outside obligation. Hey, Vaughn! Would you hold me and, like, would you hold me to, playing violin once a week? Like, if I don't, you yell at me?
Sure, God, I hope so. Listen, trying to keep track of routine is kind of a lot for me, but I will do my best. I'll set an alarm for me.
Well, what I'm saying is, if it's Wednesday evening, and I've come home, and I've been home, and you haven't heard any violin coming out of my room, just yell at me, like my 4th grade teacher did.
Okay, I'll yell at you on Wednesdays, got it.
Thank you!
You're welcome. You better stop fucking yelling at me!
And that's how you get friends. So now I have I have a fear factor, which is a large part of learning an instrument like a violin, I realize. Yes, of course they did! They were violin teachers! I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever heard a story of a teacher. I don't think I've ever heard anyone who took violin seriously for more than, like, a year or two. Like, more than just a hobby. If anyone's ever taken solo lessons for violin, they've been yelled at. Especially when, at some point. Maybe not all my teachers. Not all my teachers yelled at me. I had some very nice teachers. But I also had had some teachers that yelled at me. The lady in my elementary school was really mean. She once yelled at an entire orchestra in front of their parents. I would have solo lessons with her for like a whole summer, and she just yelled at me half the time. Because her teacher was Russian. It's like a thing in violin culture and like an instrument culture, especially instruments that have to do with like classical orchestras. But violin is one of the most, heck, I'm late. It's okay. You missed me being bad at violin. That's all. Hey, Nav, how you doing? Thank you for the continued stream. You guys are so close to getting the little Casablanca. What did I miss? You missed me being bad at violin and that it making me sad, and now I'm talking about violin still. So yeah, but like, it's especially like, it's kind of like, you know how like ballet instructors are infamous for, being really strict and really mean? It's the same thing with violin. Violin and ballet have like that in common, where like there's, even if not all of your instructors, even if you had like a string of really nice instructors, you always had one that was a fucking bitch. I don't even remember her goddamn name, but I remember her yelling at me, and that then fueled her yelling at me and yelling that that I had to do better, and I could be better if I just applied myself more for like 4 years, and that fueled me becoming better at violin out of spite. So it worked. But now, obviously, to actually play violin, I have to have someone yell at me if I don't do it. So if I don't do it, someone yells at me, and that way, I'll do it because I'm afraid of being yelled at. I used to be friends with this guy that took violin lessons as a kid, and they wouldn't let him get past the fucking basic stages. Yeah, that also happened. Here's the thing. In violin, a lot of times there will be instructors who are like, you need to do this perfect before you can move on. Like, on one hand, it turns a lot of kids off. On another hand, my parents were like, I'm renting the violin, you're playing. And I'm like, okay. Do you like the little kitty for the t-ball? This is my roommate's. I swear to God, I alternate between saying roommate and V, like, constantly. Speaking of which, Vaughn, what the fuck is that? It smells really good.
Ramen.
It's fucking ramen. Like, pack ramen? Like pack ramen?
Yeah, it's pack ramen, but I cooked it in like a flat pan with, not the spice packet, like a little bit of soy sauce, some ginger, some chili powder, garlic, chili powder, and more chili powder, and a little bit of soy sauce, and then I made an egg to go with it.
The egg is what I'm smelling.
Yes, the egg is what you're smelling. Mm. Yes, it's very tasty, and I will be eating it now, because I haven't eaten since 1 o'clock today. Woo!
Please go eat. Good smelling ramen. That has to be a deodorant somewhere. I don't really talk to him anymore because this is super conservative libertarian. What? This is a conservative hate space. This is a hate space for conservatives. Oh, you know what you missed, Nev? My legs. I have legs. Didn't know if you guys knew this. I have legs. I know you always see the top half of me, so you might not always see my legs, but I was standing. I have legs. I don't know if I'm going to go the full 2 hours today. I should go the full 2 hours. Are they nice legs? I think they're short. They're very short legs. It's really interesting because, you know what Zoom taught me? People don't realize how short I am. Because my torso is a normal person-sized torso, and my legs are really short. Like, my legs are not proportional to the rest of my body. So, I'm 5'1", barely. Like, I was 5'3" for most of my life, and then, like, I had a very minor growth spurt to shoot up that last little bit. You're like 5'2". I'm 5'1". Barely. Like, here's 5'1", here's where I am. Like, I'm just there. Like, just enough for them to give me a little, you know? I'm really small. I'm a very small person. I'm also, like, this wide, so, like, Like, you see me in the street, and I'm, like, really, really tiny. That's part of why I call myself a gremlin, because I'm short, and I just scream a lot. And I'm very small, and I cause chaos. That's the whole fucking point. I'm very tiny. So, like, I'm gonna turn on my LEDs. My LEDs aren't on. Not that you guys can see them, but they make me feel better. They kind of add to the aesthetic, because this is blue. My sound panels are blue. My bed is blue. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. And then my, the LED lights when I turn them on are blue. Oh, I swear to God, I can't get this fucking desk right. Half the time, I get it to be still, and that's about it. And, like, sometimes it decides, oh, I'm gonna rotate through the colors, and I'm like, great, I wish I could do that on purpose. You know when you inhale, and you inhale your own spit? I'm not going to show you guys, because that would require me taking my camera off my laptop, and I feel like I'll fuck that up. But yeah, no, I'm very, very small, and people on Zoom, who've only known me on Zoom, so people who met me, like, junior, senior year, they don't know how small I am until they see me in person. Like, I've had multiple people tell me now when I show up, and I'm like, hey, it's me, and they're like, where's the rest of you? And I'm like, this is it! I'm 5'1", and they're like, what the fuck, Red? Because people don't expect me to be this short on camera, except for, I'm assuming you guys would know, because I talk about it all the fucking time, about how goddamn short I am, and I can't reach the fucking ground! Like, I sit in a chair, okay, you know the stereotype of, like, how gay people can't sit in a chair correctly, and we always gotta have a leg up, or a leg weird, or something like that? For me, I don't even think it's the fact that I'm gay. My 25-year-old big sister is about the same size, I think. Yeah, my little sister is a good 2 or 3 inches taller than me, and she'll never let me forget it. Sitting right in a chair is a myth. Yeah, but, like, I can't, it's uncomfortable for me to try to sit right in a chair, because my legs my feet rarely ever touch the ground, except for, like, my toes, or, like, when they're skimming. So, I'm holding my legs up, basically. And, like, they never sit properly at the knees, so I'm constantly just holding my own legs up under my own weight subconsciously. Or they're, like, dangling, and it's, like, you don't get quite where it should be. So, like, you can't tell, but I am, like, swinging my feet right now. So I pull them up, because then the chair is supporting my feet, because they can't touch the fucking ground. I can't tell you how many goddamn chairs I've sat in, and my feet are just, like, doing this whole thing, and I'm just like, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. I either have to sit I either have to sit at the edge of the seat, orchestra posture, or all the way back with my feet up on the chair. Like, there's no fucking difference. I cannot sit in a chair if my legs don't touch the ground when I'm sitting back. Double chinning over here. Either you're gay, or you sit with feet on the ground, and but your arms and face is too low. Yeah, my arms and, like, my face are, like, really small. Jesus Christ, man. I know I've only been streaming for an hour, but I'm so tired right now. Like, I think I'm gonna have to move this stream also up to 6 o'clock if I want to hit that 2-hour mark. Partially because, I'm up at 6:30 every morning. So, like, by this point, I am exhausted. So, like, trying to stream at 7. I did this because I had an issue last week. Oh, speaking of the city and super last minute, this couple I watch on Twitch does improv puppet show. This week they have in-person shows for a show they're doing in the Lower East Side. I would go, but I don't have people to go on Ride Life with. Ooh, what is this? Let me see. Let me see what this is. What is this? Oh my god, puppets. Fear. Bill's 44th. I have work during all of these times. Amazing. I have work during all of these times. That's cool, though. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Casablanca. Baby boy. Speaking of fucking cats, my roommate's goddamn fucking cat shit in the tub. I'm putting Jupiter on blast. That asshole shit in my tub. Yeah, but I have to wash my hair. And I have to get ready for tomorrow. Yeah, he shit in the fucking tub. I go in there and he's like doing... He shit in the tub. Do you want me to repeat it again? Vaughn, I'm putting your cat on fucking blast. They're in their room, so I don't think they can hear me. But yeah, putting a cat on blast. That motherfucker shit in the tub. I'm not a fan. Holy fuck. I can't keep from yawning. The one time I do makeup, and I'm like, I can't last even an hour streaming right now. Your apartment has bedrooms? Yeah. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. Rent has gone down a lot in the last year and a half in New York because of Corona. So, nice. Yeah. Rent has gone down a lot here. So, like, I don't have to be... So, like, we were able to afford a 2-bedroom apartment within our budget. There were actually a lot. This is actually one that was like $100 more than some other ones we were looking at. So this one is closer to $2K versus other ones which were closer to 1.8. Yeah, a lot of... It's because all the gentrifying people left. The gentrification people left the city when... a lot of them left the city when Corona happened. So rent has gone down a lot. Which is nice. $2K a month. Yeah. For a 2-bedroom apartment in New York City. I've never seen an apartment, even a studio apartment, for less than 1.5. Like, not once in my life. Have I seen any New York City apartment for less than things. Speaking of rent, Benny is a good guy. Oh my god, don't talk to me about Rent. Don't fucking talk to me about Rent, the musical. I fucking hate that musical. I like the music because it's, like, nostalgic for me. But, like, the more I grow up, the more I realize I fucking hate everyone in that goddamn piece of shit show. Except maybe Angel. And even then, she kills a fucking dog. Like, the first thing she does is kill a dog. There's a musical about Rent. There's a musical called Rent about New York City during the AIDS crisis. And it is awful. It's one of the, like, most well-known musicals for a reason. Don't get me wrong. But also, I hate it. And, like, God, fucking Mark. Fucking Mark. Fuck you, Mark. Anyway. Benny tried to give them a job, and they were like, nah, we won't get a job because of our R's. Like, shut the fuck up, you privileged little white boy. Like, it's a day job, idiot. You do a day job, and then you do your art on the side. That's how you fucking live, asshole. The plot has not aged well at all. No, it's a very teenage romantic dream of, like, 1, struggling artists, and 2, AIDS? For some reason? Like, AIDS? Really? AIDS? It's... AIDS. Like the disease. AIDS. They have AIDS in the Netherlands, I assume. But yeah, in the 80s, it was like a huge crisis in the States. Especially in New York. Like, a whole generation of gay people. Gone. Whole generation. You wonder why there aren't as many, like, gay people in, like, that boomer age range? Boomer, late, early Gen X age range? It's because they got it's because they were murdered. It's because the Reagan administration let them die. Now I'm angry. I went from depressed to angry. And kicking homeless people off of a plot they were squatting on. Keith Haring died of AIDS. I know a lot of people who died of AIDS. Yeah, it was, it was AIDS as in AIDS. Yeah. It's like... There's just something... Yeah. The thing about it is that, at the time, Rent was, like, this, he knew people who were like this, so, like, I don't know if you can call it exploitative, but it still feels exploitative, and it has aged into, like, this exploitative entirely thing. Like, I'm sorry, a show that is as beloved by Broadway as it is automatically exploitative. Hamilton is technically exploitative. Hamilton is technically shit. You know? Like, good musical. Really good musical. Love it. Also, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, God, man. Happy Pride, I guess. Oh my God. I haven't seen Hamilton. I feel like it's overhyped, though. Here's the thing. It's really good. Hamilton, really, really good. Like, there is a reason it's so hyped. But at the same time, once you start looking into it a little bit, you're just like, bit romanticizing of some slave owners. It is on Disney Plus. That is correct. You can watch it on Disney Plus. I saw it when it went on tour, and it's really good. Like, don't get me wrong. There is no way you can sit in that theater and not think, holy shit, this is great. But if you look into it too far, it's one of those situations where the art is both, where art can be really good and also really problematic at the same time. It happens. Like, making a hip-hop musical about the whitest thing ever, you know, it's also a bit revisionist history, and its own popularity kind of feeds into its problematicism, because, you know, I doubt people would be as upset about its revisionist history if it wasn't as popular as it is, because now people, like, I've done this where I've seen, like, someone put out a historical fact and my brain went, that's not in Hamilton. And it's like, yeah, no shit, Hamilton's a fictionalized version. But because it's like billed as historical fiction, and a lot of times with historical fiction, it gets kind of muddled in your brain because, you know, it's catchy. Like, the amount of times I've read Little House on the Prairie or seen Little House on the Prairie, and then when like I would read books about that time period and like biographies, like real biographies about Laura Ingalls Wilder, and my brain would go, but that's not in the book. And it's like, yeah, because it's fictionalized. So its own popularity works against it. I watched Little House on the Prairie when I was younger. I watched it for a while. My parents are really into it, and I read all of the books twice as a kid. You know how there are those contests where you have to keep your hand in on a truck, and last person touching the truck wins it? No, I've never heard of this before. Also, I'm really tired. Can I go to bed? Can I go to bed, guys? Can I go get, like, dessert and then go to bed? There's a musical about that. Nice. There's a lot of musicals about a lot of things. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna end early. I'm really tired. I don't want to be here. Like, I think it's time for Ren to go to bed. He's been up for 13 and a half hours straight. He's tired. Yeah. I think it's bedtime. Nappy times. It's not even nap, it's just things. So, real shout out to my patrons, the Beckling, Peter Hughes Art, and Ultimate Honey Badger, who I will put on that. My Patreon stuff goes up next Monday. I'm really sorry. I didn't think. Did you eat dinner? Technically, yes. I had the 2 pieces of chicken leftovers, but now I'm craving more because I can smell fried egg. I swear to God, I'm like craving a lot of things that I can't have. I've been awake for way too much hours today. Yeah. And I have work again tomorrow, and then a shift at my job, so egg. Yeah, so follow me on Instagram. I also stabbed myself with my fucking eyeliner earlier. In the eye. I would like to get this off now. I'm going to go, follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. I posted a TikTok and had to, about, Billy Kaplan from Marvel, fuck you, how about that? And like every single commenter kept trying to explain to me the parentage of Billy Kaplan because I put adopted question mark in quotes as like a joke, and everyone kept trying to explain to me the whole both being Wanda's son and also being Kaplan's son thing, and it's like, no, I know, I get it, I read the fucking comic, I know, shut the fuck up, stop it, I get it, I'm not gonna explain that whole thing, you know? Anyway, goodbye, I'll see you guys on Thursday, we're gonna play Overwatch, bye!